Okay, here we are at Gundawindi, and these guys were actually the first interview that we did like this. We did it live, I remember, on a GROA Update Live. Fantastic to be here again. Great to see you guys.
Great to have you guys as
Great
a
to see the garden centre looking so good. Now, this time last time we found out a little bit about your history, how you met, all that sort of thing, which was fascinating. We actually want to find out this time a little bit about Gundawindi, and probably a lot of people haven't been to Gundawindi. Tell us a little bit about the region. So, how many people are in Gundawindi?
We're about 5,000 in our little town. District around about 10,000.
10,000,
Yeah.
and it's actually quite unique in the fact that it's busy, and during this time we'll probably hear some trucks and things going past out the front. But it's a bit of an intersection, isn't it?
Yeah. We've got 5 highways meet here, 3 of which are national freight lines, so a bit of a freight hub, I guess. Mixed agriculture, so there's always something that seems to be going on.
Yeah. And you are how far from Brisbane?
450 k's.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you're just on the Queensland-New South Wales border.
Yes.
Just on the Queensland side.
Yep.
Just on the good side.
Yep. And it's a fairly. I know. Well, firstly, what is the main thing that happens in Gundawindi around the area? Agriculture. Is the industry? What's the income of the area come from?
A lot of mixed ag. Big cotton area, cotton growing area. Sheep and cattle are huge. Wheat, massive wheat area. It's quite diverse too. There's a lot more smaller farms popping up along the rivers and things like that, doing produce and things like that, and doing really well.
Yep. So just a little bit about the garden centre here. So it was over the back fence here. Your folks live.
Yep.
Now they started off the garden centre. What year was that?
1998, I believe.
Yep.
It's year 1.
Okay.
Yep. Out of the carport, just over the fence.
Oh yeah. Yep. And it's a big area which you'll probably see from some of the other footage that we have here. I just think back from the first time that we came here, you guys have really done a lot, but you've really been through a lot as well. So I think back, it wasn't that long after our first visit, we got a phone call from you, tornado had gone through and wrecked the place, and I remember that fence was gone, the big tree, there was a big tree here, it got wrecked. You've had drought, an extended drought, you've had floods, you've had all sorts of hardships in the area, but the business is looking great, and your results are really good now, which is fantastic. Now, when the business first started, did you start working it at that stage?
I was still at high school, but I was helping out Mum and Dad back then.
Yeah.
And a couple of years later, I decided to start a landscaping trade, and so I'd work between my trade and working here in the shop with Mum and Dad, sort of learning the ropes.
Yep.
Yeah. From an early stage.
Yep. And we heard your story. You were a dental assistant, and ended up meeting
The man of my
Greg.
dreams.
Yeah, the man of your dreams. The man
You're only human.
The man with the golden smile. Couldn't resist him. But one of the things that we see here is there's such a feeling of community, and everyone that comes in the door knows who you guys are. And one of the highlights, and I watch people as they get out of their car, is to read what you've got on the boards out the front. And I'm sure we're going to end up with some pictures there, but I just saw on one of them, due to the current economic climate, dirty deeds are no longer done dirt cheap. there's also a thing that any husbands coming here to pick out pots need to have a note written by their wife. Just really clever things out there, and it's really part of the entertainment of coming to Leichhardt Garden Centre. Now, last time we spoke, you had one daughter just heading off to university. Now you've got one in year 11, the one from university now doing university at home. Yeah. How's it all going in the new home with the kids all back there again? And
it's wonderful to have Mia back, but it's just such an indication of there's nowhere for her to live at the Gold Coast. There's nowhere to live, so she's actually living at home, doing university full time, working part time, which therefore means she's got no time to do her washing.
Washing up.
She's busy.
Grocery store. Mum, when you're at Coles, can you pick me up my $30 face? Like, no. Yeah. So it's funny. We've basically got 4 adults in that Ada's, we're halfway through grade 11. So we have 4 adults under the same roof again now, which is a different set of.
Different to when they were kids.
Yeah. I think they actually listen to me more. They actually used to have to unpack the dishwasher when they were little. They don't anymore.
The other thing that happened to you guys earlier in the year when we talk about droughts and all that sort of thing was you had your vehicle stolen, and I know that a lot of people have asked about how that's all gone, how it worked out. A bit of a process, but you've got some new vehicles out there now. Were new to yourself. Tell us a little bit about the process, because it wasn't easy. It went on for quite a while.
We had to actually hire a crane to get Mia's vehicle out of the back of where it was dumped, because you can't leave it there because it was in the river, and so we had to pay for that, and then getting the retrieval of that back took 6 months probably, and then just getting a new vehicle. There's no vehicles in if there's a mass shortage of them.
Yes.
And it's just the constant time on the telephone to insurance and all this sort of stuff, and all of that. It just really, it sort of sucks your mojo a bit. But we were really lucky in that. Again, something like this shows the great parts of your community, in that we had so many people lending us cars. We had one lady offer to come out, and she said, I'll just water and weed and do everything for you so you can spend the day on the phone to your insurance companies. Like, just the awareness of it. And I think because unfortunately crime in Goondiwindi is just rampant at the moment, that there wouldn't be a family that hasn't been touched by it. So everyone's very mindful of that, and everybody's insurance levels, premiums and everything going up. But I mean, it shows the best and the worst of where we live. But got there in the end. Yep.
And we grew up in a town round about the same sort of size, and we understand the advantages and disadvantages of a small town. But you guys, and once again, as part of the success of the business, you guys are actually legends in the town. And I don't know whether most people actually know, but Greg's a talented musician. Just talking about tours and things a little bit earlier. What's the name of your band? For people that want to look it up. And
for the headbangers, my heavy metal band's called Brimstone.
Brimstone, and it's nice, gentle music to help you not off of the night.
Fall asleep too.
Or raise a stein or two.
It's good. Screamo. Yep.
More of a classic heavy metal band, I would say.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Which is fantastic. All right. Well, it's good to know a little bit more about Goondiwindi, a little bit more about what you guys are up to. Thank you once again for sharing with us and sharing your story. And we'll look forward to another chilly night at Goondiwindi tonight. Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you.